Montessori Academy of Glen Ellyn was founded in 1961. We are the oldest Montessori school in DuPage County. We're here because I think Montessori is a method of education that really speaks to the needs of individual children.
The idea of following a child and helping them to learn the things that they want to learn makes a lot of sense to me.
It caters to the whole entire child, the well-being of the child, not just academically, but from a developmental point of view, which was very important to us.
My two older children have very different learning styles, and I was watching them being taught to the exact same way. And I was looking for a school that would look at my children's learning styles and appreciate that they had different learning styles.
My son has a pretty significant physical disability, yet his academics were excellent. And the public school was failing him in all ways, and so I was pursuing an alternative.
Maria Montessori was the first woman physician in Italy. She was a pioneer in the medical field as well as a pioneer in the educational field. She saw the potential in each child and realized that if they were given a prepared environment that met their needs, met their emotional needs, their physical needs, their academic needs, their spiritual needs, that they would blossom into the people that they were to become.
It's been really interesting because I now have 5 kids. 3 are adopted from Ethiopia, and they've all gone through Montessori. And academically, physically, emotionally, they've all blossomed, and I really think it's because of the Montessori philosophy.
For me, the best thing about the Montessori method is the idea of independent learning.
The learning takes place at their own pace. They are comfortable in choosing their own stuff. They are comfortable in who they are, but they're still within a relationship with the teachers and the adults in the classroom.
They know what the next step is, and so they know when to introduce him to something that neither I nor he knows that he might be able to do.
I love how everything here is concrete, just like all the texture and like the feel and the shape of everything.
The math area, because the children learn in a very concrete way, learn math as it becomes more abstract in the algebra, geometry level.
You're always going to remember that first couple of years in Montessori where everything was like concrete. You could feel everything that you were learning, and that's going to stick in your mind for the rest of your life, and it's going to help you learn every single day.
We're associated with the Montessori Education Center, so our staff has continuing education available and best practices available at all times.
Annie also has pretty high standards for the teachers at our school too. We go through every corner of the classroom and make sure all the materials and the works are ready for the children.
We also have a 1.5 acre campus.
There's a wonderful large open space where kids can run around and just release all their energy.
Children here are encouraged to use the outdoor environment as much as the indoor environment.
We might go for a nature walk and discover insect habitats, parts of the flower, parts of a leaf.
We have a sledding hill that children sled in the winter. We have climbing structures. We have a path that goes around our entire yard.
Children at that age are very interested in the outdoors, and it's healthy.
I'm Montessori trained, so I knew what I was looking for, and we looked at a lot of schools.
There's a lot of Montessori schools out there, and when it comes right down to it, it's really the people who present that education to your children.
I personally met Annie, who is the owner of the school, and I met all the staff, and I saw firsthand that they were very truly dedicated to the children.
I've also seen him blossom socially. My son went from a situation where he was surrounded by adults and had a one-on-one aide who was an adult, and he was segregated from the other children, to a situation where he is surrounded by children and able to form friendships, and the children help him instead of just adults. He's allowed to be a kid.
We spent about an hour here, I would say. And I went home and I told my husband, we're going to move because I want her to go to the school.
The biggest change I've seen in my children since they started here is their love for school. They beg me to come after school. If I'm heading somewhere, they ask me if I'm going to school and if they could come with, and that is every parent's dream.
I wish for each child in this program to be a happy, healthy, contributing citizen. We want them to feel good about themselves and to know that learning is fun and have a joyful perspective about learning for the rest of their lives.